How are you guys? So today I want to talk about gratitude and making peace with things in your life. So, I have this, what you can call a blessing of taking care of my mom. And as you go through life, I'm 55, she's 40 years older than me. Yeah, 45 years older than me, literally. So, I'm looking at her as her health, as she slowly transitions from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s and the last 10 years, pre-COVID, post-COVID. And every day, I give her a lot of love and kisses and hugs and so on. And there's a certain peace, I know, that comes with aging, where the material things in the world don't matter anymore. You know, she doesn't have to worry about paying her bills. She doesn't have to worry about taking care of rent or who she has to call or getting to work on time. So there's a certain peace. She eats, she sleeps. I give her a shower. I take care of her, all 24 hours. And, it gives me a perspective on what life would be maybe when I get to that age. And it also leads me to remember the good aspects of my mother, her her generosity, her kindness, her selflessness. And so sometimes when I grouch, or maybe you, we fuss and fight about things in life. But I have to say that things could have been worse. I could have lost her at a young age. I could have lost my father at a young age, but they were with me through the formative years of my life. I mean, many of us, unfortunately, don't have our parents with us anymore. Some of us have siblings who we have lost. I have. Um, and so there's a certain amount of making peace with things that happen when you're younger, in your teens, when you're in your 30s and 40s. And it gives you a certain amount of peace in your 50s. Like me. I, yeah, I quarrel sometimes. I fuss, like this got to do, this got to, and you get into situations where you get upset. But then sometimes I look at my mother peacefully sleeping and I say to myself, you're pretty fortunate. You're pretty fortunate. You don't have any major health issues. You manage your bills. Um, you wake up every day to a new challenge, maybe, but all in all, it could have been worse, And I think I'm sharing this with you because a lot of people we we take for granted the things that we have, and while at the same time fussing about the things that we don't have. I don't have a lot. For example, I do not own a home. Is that a blessing or a curse? At one point, I wanted to own a home like everybody who migrates. So yes, but I started I was given the opportunity. First of all, to own a home in New York, it's not easy. Most people own a home through family investments. Most people put together money, husband, wives, children, or a whole family come together and everybody split up, live in the house and pay a mortgage. I don't have that luxury. I'm single. I've been single almost all my life. I lie. I'm just joking. But so being single also is a blessing. I see, certain social media influencers getting gone crazy in love. Um, so maybe I didn't in my, I'm here since 2002. Maybe in those years I could have done more to establish, um, a mortgage and what to get a house going. But a mortgage is 30 years. Think of me as a single person owning a home and at my age. Who am I leaving this home to, first of all? Because life is not infinite, okay? There'll come a time when that's it. Who will take the property? I don't have children. I'm the youngest of four. So paying rent is a blessing in disguise. Some people, you know, especially some people who live in Ghana who don't live in the diaspora would tell you, oh, you're living in a basement or you're living here and you got to pay rent. Well, there's a certain amount of peace in it because at least you can save some money. Because a mortgage now for a single or a two family home is about $5,000 per month. Okay, so you got to be working for more than 60. Well, you got to be working for 120,000 a year. But and that's with a big family. That's, you know, a family who can put together. Each family member could put 1,000 a month. You know, that's it. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But like I'm saying, is it a blessing or a curse? Because I would have been in a 30-year mortgage, unable to travel the world, miserable as hell, trying to pay bills, getting sick in the process, not being able to effectively take care of my mother. So everything in my life, I believe, fell into place. All the ducks have been lined up. Is it perfect? It never will be. But my message is sometimes the grass, while it looks green on the other side, may have snakes in it, okay? Or as in the Ogle incident, you know, a watch rush can run across the runway and knock out your nose wheel. And your nose, your plane dive into the ground, slide off in the grass. And there you go. All you got to know is barbecue the road end. I can't help but this on you. I don't mean to make light of it, but again, look, it comes back to you gotta have a sense of humor. You got to have a sense of humor, or else you go crazy, right? I don't mean to go on and on. As my shirt says, I mean, it's kind of a lie. I don't drink Heineken, I drink Heineken Light. I need to get another one. So I'm accepting donations for Heineken Light t-shirts. I'm just joking. So you guys, yeah, just you know, there are people out there who are sick, who might not believe in this message, and someone, and maybe if I was in the shoes of someone who is not well or who doesn't see happiness in their future, I might not be making light of it. But do have a wonderful day. The sun is out, it's shining. I have on short pants, and I guess my moods. Well, I'm always in a good mood, but you know, when the sun come out and the place get warm, it's even a better day to celebrate. Have a great day.